So Congress Party MP from Raebareli in Uttar Pradesh, Rahul Gandhi, has been appointed leader of the opposition by the Congress Party. Congress MP Rahul Gandhi has been named leader of opposition in Lok Sabha. Sonia Gandhi has written a letter to the Pro-tem Speaker Bhartruhari Mahtab informing him of the decision of the Congress Party to appoint Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition. As leader of opposition, Rahul Gandhi will be a part of the panel that appoints, for example, the director of the Central Bureau of Investigation, the chief of the Central Vigilance Commission, the chief information commissioner, the NHRC chief, and also heads of several other panels where the LoP is on board that panel. In all these appointments, Rahul Gandhi as leader of opposition will sit with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and this decision will then be taken. This is the first time when these decisions are taken, and the BJP, of course, and information just coming in, the BJP has mocked Rahul Gandhi's appointment as the leader of opposition. We're getting a reaction from Amit Malviya, who says, on the eve of India Alliance's first defeat in the 18th Lok Sabha on the floor of the House, Congress has announced third time failed Rahul Gandhi as leader of opposition. And Amit Malviya joins me on the broadcast for more on this. Amit Malviya, the Congress is on a high. After 10 years, they have a leader of opposition, 99 seats, and the required 10% that's needed to have LoP.
Well, it is for the first time in over 10 years that the Congress has managed to get a leader of opposition position on their own. However, they have still remained short of 100 after 2014. But coming to the position of leader of opposition, all this while, the Congress kept talking about K. Suresh, claiming that he is the senior most Congress member of parliament who has won 8 terms. Why did they not appoint him as the leader of opposition? The Congress claims that he is a Dalit, although it's a controversial claim. But by looking over K. Suresh, have they actually betrayed their anti-Dalit mindset? And appointing Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition on the eve of the first defeat of India Alliance, just before the Speaker's election, is surreal timing. Clearly, somebody does not seem to like Rahul Gandhi too much in the Congress Party. And that is why the first defeat will be to Rahul Gandhi's credit. But good luck to him. Hopefully, he will rise to the occasion and take some responsibility, because so far, he has evaded every responsibility in government, in administration, or in the legislature. This is perhaps the first time that Rahul Gandhi has agreed to shoulder a responsibility. And the country
on the contrary, Amit Malviya, the Congress Party says Rahul Gandhi is credited with the revival of the Congress Party, which many had argued may fall to 30 or 40 in the run-up to these elections. He's brought it up to 99 with his Bharat Jodo Yatra and Bharat Jodo Nyay Yatra. And with Rahul Gandhi as leader of opposition, do you also see more confrontation, a more combative opposition in Lok Sabha?
Just to put that revival effort that you spoke about in perspective, after 10 years in office, the BJP is at 240. After 10 years in office, the Congress was down to 44. The Congress had never gone below 100 before 2014, and they haven't gone above 100 after 2014. If you think that managing 99 seats is a revival, then yes, from Congress perspective, which was at 44 and 52, it may seem like a revival, but it is still far away from the halfway mark that is required to form government in India. Now, having said that, every success in the Congress Party is credited to Rahul Gandhi, and every defeat is taken up by Mr. Khadge. That is the point that I'm making, that every time there has to be a fall guy in the Congress Party, he happens to be a Dalit. From Mr. Khadge to K. Suresh, they will fight the losing battle. Earlier, Meera Kumar was made to contest, a Dalit. Previously, the Congress humiliated Baba Sahib Ambedkar, a Dalit. So, the Gandhi family will continue to hold the position of primacy in the Congress, and the sacrifices will have to be made by the Dalits in the party. That is what the message that is coming from the Congress party.
Okay. Amit Malviya, for joining me here on India Today. Many thanks. The BJP is mocking Rahul Gandhi's appointment as leader of opposition, saying just as he's appointed, the Congress party will see, or the opposition will see, their first defeat in the appointment of the speaker, in the election of the speaker of Lok Sabha. And I'll come to that in just a moment. But before I come to that, let's listen into the Congress party announcing Rahul Gandhi's name as leader of opposition. Let's listen in to KC Venugopal.
To the Pro-tem Speaker Bhartruhari Mahtab, informing the decision of appointment of Rahul Gandhi as the leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha. Other office bearers will be decided later.
I want to quickly bring in India Today's Amit Bharadwaj for more on this. Amit Bharadwaj, the Congress extremely excited, the fact that they have a leader of opposition and the fact that Rahul Gandhi has agreed to be leader of opposition, because many were arguing that he was very reluctant to be leader of opposition. Several other names, including Gaurav Gogoi, his name were doing the rounds, but finally the party was able to prevail on Rahul Gandhi. Take us through the thinking within the Congress party and finally Rahul Gandhi agreeing.
Right, Gaurav, the big news that is breaking right now is that Rahul Gandhi has agreed to become the leader of opposition, and Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge has formally, initiated the process for the appointment of Rahul Gandhi as the LoP in the Lok Sabha. Now, this is a big moment for the Congress party, definitely, and also for India Alliance, so to say. We have to decode as to how this is going to impact the way Lok Sabha politics will unroll from here on. But definitely, as you mentioned, initially the sources were continuously indicating that Rahul Gandhi is reluctant on taking up the LoP post, and several names were doing rounds, including that of Gaurav Gogoi, because even in the past we have seen that Rahul Gandhi had maintained, when you would remember when there were a lot of pressure on Rahul Gandhi to become the Congress president after Sonia Gandhi had stepped down. And he continuously made it a point saying that, no, I will not become the Congress president. There has to be somebody beyond the Nehru Gandhi family. And eventually, Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge was appointed as the president of the Congress party with the common consensus within the party. Okay. And now there have been several rounds of persuasion that has been carried out. You would know as to how. When the Congress MPs were called for that meeting in the national capital in Ashoka Hotel, even then there were demands being made out to Rahul Gandhi, urging him to take up the post of the LoP. And this actually fits in the optics as well, Gaurav. Come what may, the BJP says or the NDA say, it is a fact that Rahul Gandhi's LoP has a lot of him becoming the LoP will give a boost to the Congress party on the floor of the House in Lok Sabha. For the past 10 years, the Congress party did not had officially the LoP post in Lok Sabha. And now the LoP comes with a lot of other privileges as well. As you were also mentioning, right from appointment of important posts such as the NHRC chairperson, there will be several other committee selection processes where the Congress and India Alliance will have its own share of say. And
stay with me, Amit. We have Rashid Kidwai joining us on the broadcast. We have Raghav Avasthi joining us on the broadcast. Both political analysts and both have a huge smile on their faces with this big news of Rahul Gandhi being appointed leader of opposition. And I must come to both of you to know, why are both of you smiling? I mean, a reason when two different points of view and completely opposite points of view smile from the same story, it's extremely interesting. But Rashid Kidwai, reports seem to indicate that Rahul Gandhi had to be persuaded to become leader of opposition, and repeatedly persuaded. Was he reluctant to become leader of opposition in Parliament in Lok Sabha, sir?
See, Gaurav, I think Rahul Gandhi had a motto that, first deserve, then desire. In this case, he, now he's been convinced that, he deserves this kind of thing, because the Congress tally is not 99, it's 102, because 3 independents have joined. And this is a lot of hard work. So now he has become a visible face of the party. As per the, Congress party in parliament constitution is concerned, CPP constitution, clause 5, sub-clause C, it was actually Sonia Gandhi who's the CPP chairperson. She was
Yes.
empowered to appoint him. So there was, I don't see there is a, there was a great deal of reluctance, because when the results were out, it became very clear that Rahul Gandhi would lead from the front, and he has done it. Now, why I was smiling, because it is going to, have a very interesting, phase in 18th Lok Sabha, because as leader of opposition, he would have a cabinet rank, he will have, a IAS officer perhaps in his staff, he will
As
have
personal
lot of
secretary,
people,
yes.
and he will, and of course, and Gaurav, more importantly, he will be a member in the, appointment of big, constitutional authorities such as CVC, CBI director, election commissioners, etc. So he'll have access to government papers 24 hours before, the selection committee meets, and in most selection committees, it is LoP and Prime Minister, and of course the Speaker, or Supreme Court Chief Justice or Cabinet Minister, something like that. That lineup is there. He would need to constantly interact with Prime Minister, that being Narendra Modi. So they would need, both Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi would need to have some kind of, functional
Okay.
relationship. Perhaps Prime Minister would have to offer him a cup of tea or coffee. So all these things. So that made me smile, because for a journalist, these are exciting times.
Oh, absolutely. Very exciting times. Raghav Avasthi, why were you smiling with this big breaking story of Rahul Gandhi being appointed leader of opposition?
No, I was
In Lok Sabha.
smiling because, you have this grand old party of India which has ruled this country for the better part of the duration since independence. And now they are really happy that after two successive terms, at their third attempt, they managed to get a leader of opposition appointed from the parliamentary party in official terms. So I think, the standards by which they judge themselves have really, plumbed new depths. But coming to Rahul Gandhi, I think this is not the first time that he has quote unquote taken up responsibility. I think he was Congress president before, of course, he resigned, taking responsibility for the debacle in the elections.
Yes.
And so it's not as if this is the first time, but we also need to keep in mind that irrespective of all the committees and everything that he's serving on, his attendance till date, his attendance record has not been particularly good, and he doesn't even ask so many questions. And from what I have seen, he's actually more comfortable traveling abroad and meeting people who are from Italy or other neighboring countries of Italy. So I think as long as that doesn't change, we should not expect any great fireworks from him. If he wants to be leader of opposition, he'll have to stay in this country, he'll have to engage with
His
the
attendance
issues
apparently
that
was close
arise
to
when it comes to the
51%.
everyday business of governing this country. Let me just complete.
Okay.
Leader of opposition has the rank of a cabinet minister. It is a very important post, but we are yet to see whether he actually has that inclination or the aptitude to take this up, because I saw some photographs recently on the internet. He had gone on another foreign tour after the elections. So all of these things have to be kept in mind as well.
Okay, Rashid Kidwai, you want to respond to that barb that comes one on aptitude, because, or has he actually proved his mettle with this Bharat Jodo Yatra and Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra? Because the opposition is not, the BJP is not convinced. I'll come to another aspect, but respond to what Raghav Avasthi said, sir.
See, Gaurav, we must remember there have been a lot of instances when the Parliament of India did not have a formal LoP in Lok Sabha. From first election till about 1969, there was no LoP. Then again in 1984, also to 84 to 89, there was no LoP. So that's not a reflection on a political party or the quality of opposition. The BJP was formed in 1980. In 1984, they had just two MPs,
Yes.
and they didn't have a formal LoP. So all these things are a matter of record. See, the fact of the matter is that Rahul Gandhi represents, the Congress party that has a tally of 102 Lok Sabha MPs, and the combined opposition that India Alliance has 240. So therefore, it is heartening from a student of political science or politics in India that Rahul Gandhi is doing what he is supposed to do. And therefore, you look at, you have seen CSDS survey which has shown that Rahul Gandhi is ahead of Mr. Narendra Modi, even in Uttar Pradesh. So these all are things are there.
Okay, so
That
his
makes,
popularity graph is on the rise. You say the aptitude question we'll come to in terms of course, he
And
will have to
Gaurav,
prove
and
his
just one
mettle.
last thing, and Gaurav, traveling abroad is not a crime. It's not something bad. I mean, Raghav Avasthi is saying, who's himself a frequent traveler, is making it look as if Rahul Gandhi was committing some wrong by traveling abroad.
Okay, but and Raghav Avasthi coming to the point that perhaps the 18th Lok Sabha will be far more combative, confrontational, given Rahul Gandhi's the entire run-up to the election, his swearing in where he had a copy of the constitution in his hand. We will see a lot more fireworks like in a democracy in the 18th Lok Sabha, and perhaps the BJP will have to belt up for it, gear up for it.
Gaurav ji, like with due respect to my friend Rashid ji, whom I really regard very highly, I would like to put Rahul Gandhi ji's achievements into perspective. So actually what he has managed after 10 years is an increase of 1.5 percentage points in terms of vote share. And the gap between the Congress and the BJP in terms of popularity, which is reflected in the vote share, is actually much higher than it was in 2014. So yes, because of the first past the post system, we have a situation on our hands wherein just a small increase in percentage terms can lead to a large increase in terms of seats. But I frankly don't believe for one that after 10 years of being in opposition, this is such a great achievement. After 10 years of being in opposition, any serious opposition party would fancy its chances of forging back into power. But the standards by which Rahul Gandhi and the party judge themselves have really fallen low.
Okay.
When it comes to traveling abroad, I don't deny that I travel abroad. I travel abroad as often as I can. But there is a reason for that. I mean, I have a family here and we travel back and forth. But the point is that if Rahul Gandhi wants to be a leader of opposition, if he occupies a constitutional position, then he cannot be compared to somebody like me. God willing, one day if I also have a constitutional position, I'll also stay in Delhi for the whole year. Then I will not go abroad at all.
An attendance of 51% will naturally have to improve quite a bit. Rashid Kidwai, in the next 5 years, his attendance was 51%. 79% was the average of MPs. But the other point, and we just had Amit Malviya on the broadcast, he said Rahul Gandhi is being set up for his first defeat. Rahul Gandhi or the Congress party wanted this big confrontation over the election of a speaker, and Om Birla, according to the NDAs and the statistics that the BJP is looking at, is way ahead of K. Suresh. So is Rahul Gandhi's baptism by fire, will his first battle actually end up in defeat, sir?
Well, I think Amit Malviya should know this elementary. If a speaker's election, if government loses, the entire government goes.
Absolutely.
Because this is a trust vote. So therefore, there is no possibility. And in any case, Gaurav, any serious student of politics would tell you that, contest is a very much, part and parcel of democratic process. So therefore, a contest is there, it's welcoming. Of course, somebody would win and somebody would lose. And therefore, you cannot say that the defeat is some kind of stigma. I heard him say that, a Dalit is being sacrificed. They must also remember 139-year-old history of Congress, 88 AICC presidents. Mr. Mallikarjun Kharge is the 88th president of the AICC. So that puts him in a league of, of some sort. It's not that he's himself a Dalit, and he's also leader of opposition in the Rajya Sabha. Okay. So these are all part of kind of political rhetoric. I don't grudge it, but these are all facts become a casualty.
Okay.
Can I come in?
So it's a fight. I mean, he's chosen a fight. He knew the Congress didn't have the numbers, or the opposition didn't have the numbers, and the BJP apparently has more than 293 when it comes to support for Om Birla. But Raghav Avasthi, he's still fighting, and that shows that the 18th Lok Sabha will see a lot of confrontation. The government will have to be better prepared and cannot steamroll bills in the 18th Lok Sabha. The opposition is extremely strong, sir.
No, I think even last time the BJP and its allies didn't have a two-third majority of its own, and they only had a simple majority. If you want to pass something in parliament, either you need a simple majority or you need a two-third majority, and the BJP with its allies, with its pre-poll allies,